Hello Voltheads, you are watching the self-proclaimed, sarcastically named Captain KeyForge, also known as PJ Broughton, of the Steel City Snufflegators. Today I'm here with the first of my King of the Monsters series. Today we're going to have Ultra Gravitron, and the opponent for all three decks is a 7 Sins deck, which is right there in front of you. So let's see how these big boys go on against the 7 Sins. Now the deck that we have is going to be piloted by another one of my teammates, which is Fabled Alpaca, also known as Simon. He is using a 7 Sin deck that is owned by one of the members of the team. He didn't pull it, to be fair, he bought it revealed. But yeah, this is a deck that one of our team members owns. So, yeah, let's see how Zorba, Ultra Gravitron, gets on against this. So, turn 1 is a Galeatops from Fabled Alpaca, and I've put down a Potion of Invulnerability, a couple of those, and a Seeker of Truth. So he's now taking a look to decide what he's going to put down on his turn 2. As you can see, I've got the It's Coming, I've got a Sloppy Lagwork, Resurgence. Resurgence unfortunately won't work on both halves of Ultra Gravitron like it would on Deusillus or Niffle Kong, but it's still a useful card to have. Also got the Bumblebird. Right, so he's played a Subdue, done a damage to Secret Truth, played Away Team, played Access Denied onto Secret Truth, and then captured onto Galeatops. At this moment, I couldn't remember whether Access Denied was Reap or Fight that it stops you from doing, and obviously because the picture's not showing for me properly on TCO, I've asked Simon which it is, and it is the one that prevents you from reaping but not from fighting, whereas Detention Coil is the one that stops you from fighting. So yeah, it's just telling me about that. I'm deciding whether I go into Logos or into Untamed. Might be better going into the Logos, which is what I've done. I play Sloppy Lab Work. I'm going to archive the It's Coming to try and put it away for later, get it out of the hand. Maybe get Ultra Gravitron down, because as I said in my intro video, the way I'm judging the gigantic creatures is I'm judging them by how many games they win, how many keys they forge, but also as well how many times I actually get them into play. Because one of the reasons why I bought the gigantic creature decks is to play the decks and also play with the gigantic creatures, get them into play. So that's one of my key judgments as to whether these decks are fun to use or fun to use against each other. Fabled Alpaca's gone into Saurians and played Sagittarius Gaze. Also fought Galeatops into Secret Truth, played Faust the Great, and played Cornissa and Octavia. That's a decent Saurian board there, plus the away team still now. I could have a decent turn out of Untamed this turn, or I can stick with the Logos just to play out the Sloppy Ladwork. Oh, it's a bit of a shame that I've already played one and I haven't got I've already got the second in hand and I haven't got the auto encoded down to allow me to archive. So I've played Lost in the Woods there. That'll get rid of 2 of his creatures, won't get rid of any of mine because I've got none down. Also played the Dark Fairy, both of them. Played the Wild Spirit onto one of the Dark Fairies. Decided whether or not to regrow a creature with the Resurgence or not. And here we go, we've got a top of Ultra Gravitron. We've also got It's Coming in my archive, so we should be able to get Ultra Gravitron down now, but we'll see what happens. Favoured Alpaca, just thinking about what selection to make on turn 4. He's gone for this. So he's played Waking Nightmare. He's played Dino Fiend. The Waking Nightmare will increase my key cost, but to be fair, I wasn't in check anyway. He's Exalted Dino Fiend and killed a Dark Fairy. He's playing Mind Fire and he's discarded Ultra Gravitron. That's really unlucky because, to be fair, that was probably the one card out of the 6 that I didn't want to be discarded. And if it hadn't been for the Mind Fire there, obviously, I would have been getting Ultra Gravitron into play this turn and this game. So I'm a little bit unlucky there. And then we've got some of the sins coming down. We've got Gluttony. And we've got Envy as well. Now this could go very wrong very quickly if the sins start to come down. I mean, I don't think we've seen any of them yet up until now, so the rest of them will be due. And also as well, if you had a look at the deck list for this, there is some creature control in it. However, there's not lots and lots of creature control, and I have played already my Lost in the Woods, so that's one of the cards now. So I've gone logos anyway, and I've played down Cumex, playing Diametric Charge, played down Lethal Logica, and I've drawn Munchling off of that, so I'm going to put Munchling onto the table. And I've still got Sloppy Lab Work I could play. There we go. So I've archived the It's Coming and I've discarded General Salvador. That's just in the vain hope that I will pull the other half of Ultra Gravitron and then be able to use It's Coming to reclaim it from a discard. So Favoured Alpaca's gone into Star Alliance. He's played an Encounter Suit on Gluttony, which is going to make it quite hard to take off. Hadron Collision to damage some other creatures. Then that's taken off the Dark Fairy. Prayed Red Alert for the Amber. But that also in turn wards Gluttony. Thanks to the Encounter Suit. Then he's put down Explore Over as well. Lieutenant Commander Trigon. Reek with the away team. And then he's in check. I've just forged a key though, that's good. So Ultra Gravitron gets his first key. Now deciding which house to go into. Not necessarily the best of hands with 2 logos cards down and 2 in hand. Also as well, really concerned about those couple of sins that are already on the field, the Envy and the Gluttony. I could really do with getting rid of those if I could. I'll do well to get rid of Gluttony though, to be fair, on this turn, because of that ward token that's on it. So it's going to make it quite hard to get rid of. Yeah, trying to decide what to do there. So I've got into logos. Just trying to decide which is the best way to go through the cards. Play down the auto encoder. Thinking about the potion of invulnerabilities that are there. Obviously they're omni. I can use those to save creatures. Ran the Cumex into the Gluttony, but then I made a mistake because played the diametric charge, but unfortunately that's warded the not the gluttony, the green. Well, it's warded the creature again. Yeah, it warded the gluttony again when I played the diametric charge, thanks to the encounter suit. So that might have been a mistake. I might have been better just using the diametric charge to pop the ward, then gone into the gluttony with QMX, then gone into it with the Munchling. But unfortunately, that still wouldn't have killed it because it's a power 6. So yeah, a bit of a mistake there from me, but unfortunately they'll happen, especially when it's the first time using the deck potentially. Favorite Albacker has played Sloth, played Envy, discarded Gateway to this obviously, reaped with Dynafiend, reaped with Greed, reaped with Gluttony, and now got 8 in his amber. And as I say, this is starting to go quite wrong quite quickly because that is a large board. And I haven't got a gateway to this. I've already used the Lost in the Woods. I have got some other creature control, but I'm going to need to draw into it. If I don't draw into it quickly, this is going to go very wrong and very quick. So not much in it ammo-wise at the moment. One key all, but now Fabled Alpaca's just forged his second key and got a really, really large board. Now he's played Pride as well. Lots of creatures down, and as you can see as well, not a lot of amber control in my hand. So it may be that if Fabled Alpaca gets to 6 on this turn, that may be all she wrote. He's removed the stun from Dynafiend. He's used Envy to reap with Envy. That's captured all 4 of my amber. He's then used Gluttony to move all the amber into his pool. Oh dear, he's used Greed as well to reap with Greed, reap with Sloth, up to 8. Yeah, I'm looking at that, and I've got Charge in there. I also had Savage Clash, I think, in there as well, so I did have some creature control in there, but unfortunately it's not going to come soon enough for me. And Ultra Gravitron is going to lose the first King of Monsters game to the Seven Sins. So yeah, that's a little bit disappointing, but again, it's as you can see, it's a 74 SAS 7 Sin deck. That's going to be a lot to try and turn over with any game, especially when all the 7 Sins come down. They clearly are pretty good cards, especially when they start to come down in a combo. So yeah, there we go. Managed to do a little bit there. Captured a little bit with Squire Alice, but not going to be enough. And yeah, he's going to be forging on the next turn, especially with the key cheat one, even if I do manage to get him off. But yeah, just playing on my creatures, finishing the game. So yeah, for Ultra Gravitron, obviously the first game I'm going to lose. Ultra Gravitron has also got 1 key though, which is good. And also as well, Ultra Gravitron unfortunately didn't hit the field, which is a bit of a disappointment. So yeah, those are the stats for Ultra Gravitron. So yeah, we'll move on to the next game. We'll see how Niffle Kong fares against the 7 Sins. Thanks for watching, so feel free to like and subscribe. I love comments and criticism, so please feel free to leave those. I'll hope to see you next time, but until then, may the Forge be with you.